First of all, I'd like to say Happy Easter to everybody out there, and hope you had a blessed one. So, today's project is I got a blown fork seal, and I have an extended warranty plan on this bike, but I called the warranty people and was talking to them about what all I need to do about the warranty, and the lady said I'd have to bring it to the dealership, let them dismantle it, inspect it, and find out what was the cause. And the only thing they covered, if it's a manufacturer defect, like if the seal was bad or a bad part in there that cut it, or improperly installed, which I don't think it was. So that would cost me about $550 just to have them tear it down and inspect it. You see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these puppies out by myself. I've done a little reading on it. I watched a few videos, and I'm tempted to get them removed in this one video. Feel kind of bad today, but screw it. I gotta get them off. Gotta get them to the. Oh, I forgot to tell you. My buddy I ride with knows this place in Greer. It's called Promotion. It's right down on Highway 14, just right outside the city limits on the left. Well, it's in the city limits, right outside from downtown, across the railroad tracks, South 14. And they're going to rebuild the shocks for $200. And so I'm tearing it apart, bring it down there. So let me get this party started. Hopefully it won't be a crap show like the lawnmower was. So put you on hold. First thing I'm going to do is take off the frame slider, where the fork slider there, and I'm going to loosen the front axle. I have to have a special tool to do it with. I found that the last time I took the front wheel off. But the dilemma is I don't have a front frame stand. It fits up under in there. So what I'm going to try to do is jack it up off the header and use the frame sliders to put jack stands under up close. They're pretty steady. So if I drop my bike, then drop my bike. But let's get that crap off right there. The other one came off. The fucker came off without the having to wrench it. Alright, once I get the front axle loosened up, we'll take the cow. Well, shoot, I unscrewed up. Alright, once I get the front axle bolt loosened up and all that crap, we'll jack her up, put it on stand, and then start taking the calipers loose, tie them up, and we'll figure it out when we get there. Frame slider, front fork slider. And I have to unclip the brake line to the caliper and the speed sensor. Unclip it, caliper from the other side, then you can work this out. And there's your Ninja front fender. Nasty. Alright, now what I'm going to do, this is the nut side. I'm going to leave the other side tight, loosen up these lock bolts, which they are a 6mm. But I'll loosen it up, then loosen the nut up, and then we'll jack it up once we get, I don't want to be jerking around with it up on a derrick stand. I won't take these out all the way because I have a little plastic wedge. If I need to, I could drive it in. Okay, I messed up. The tool will not fit in the other side, but it will on this side. So I had to put the locking screws back in the other side. So we're gonna take this side loose. Hopefully it'll hold. If it don't hold, I'm gonna have to look down there. See that? See that right there? Fork off. She's still coming out. So let me see if I can break it loose like this. Have a long wrench. Should break it loose. If not, I'll get the breaker bar in a socket for that. Looking like sure. And the other side's holding, so it's coming off. And for people that may be saying, why don't you use an impact? You'll tear this crap up using an impact, so don't be lazy. Alright. Okay. Get the front wheel off the ground. Hopefully I have enough to pull the forks down, but no front stand. I have the use of a front fork stand, but that ain't gonna work in this application. So I got my trusty 3-ton, 6-ton Harbor Freight Pittsburgh jack stands. And they put perfectly on the frame sliders. I got them up close to the frame so they're supported by the long bolt. Oops, sorry, where the heck is that? Yeah, right there. So now I'm gonna remove the calipers and tie them up somewhere. But got a little bitty Harbor Freight jack in there too. So I give her the wiggle test. Mint. So let's work on getting this caliper off and tied up. These calipers. And then we'll move on up to the upper side. Alright, what I'm gonna do now is take the calipers off and take the bolt for the sensor off, tie the calipers up, then I'll take the wheel off. Those calipers are so big, it's real hard to get them off, get the front wheel off. The rotors are so big, it's real hard to get off without removing the caliper. So, do it. Alright. There's the crank sensor. You gotta be careful of that. Crank sensor, the speed wheel sensor. We'll pop it loose. And remove the caliper. I'm gonna leave this one hanging. I got the other one tied up. So I'm gonna hang this and get the wheel off. Then I'm gonna tie it up. Then we'll work on getting these forks loose. And pay attention to how the spacers come off, which side. Alright, I'm gonna set this over here to the side. Put the nut back on it. Alright, take a quick look at the hovering ninja. Yeah, look at that fork all right there. Okay, I'm gonna pull it over there and tie that little caliper up so it won't be dangling off the braided steel line back there. So it'll be back there. Yeah, and be careful with the speed sensor. Yes, you got a lot of oil on there. Looks like I pounded it all the way down there a time or two. Okay, now I'm working on the lower tree bolts. Where's the fork? Fork's in the way. All right. Sit right up there on the left. I'm taking those off because they're so hard to get to. You're gonna take the hardest ones loose first. So we'll take them off. Then we get to work up here on the handlebar clamp, and then the top tree, and we'll drive a deep. Sorry, I have some plastic wedges to drive through the two clamping bar on the tree. So hopefully it won't be too much longer. I'll go ahead and get those off down there. Yeah. Right there. It's easier for me to reach, turn the steering wheel all the way to the right, reach it from the bottom, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't have to use the wedges. So, all right. I went ahead and unbolted the friggin' master cylinder here, the handlebar. And just unclamped it so it's still in the place. It's got that one bolt on there. Then when I loosened the top tree clamp, she slid down before I could even get her. But luckily I had the forethought of putting a pillow down there. Now we got to see if it's going to slide out or I'm going to have to jack it up some more. So it's getting kind of close. And we'll see. Alright. Just like that. There's my Showa balance free fork. Leaking like a dang cocksucker. Yeah, I ain't supposed to do that. So that's one side out. Let's try the other side. I'm gonna set this to the side and we'll be right back. Alright, I'm gonna have to take the clutch lever loose. Got these two 5mm. Alright, now I'm gonna unhook the handlebar. Alright, then we're gonna get this last screw or bolt, Allen bolt on the top tree. Let's get back far enough where you can watch it drop. So I got a pill up underneath it, so it should not. So it should be okay. But here we go. There she goes. Alright, let's see if we catch this one. Alright, we caught her. So, let me get back a little bit. Alright. Let me go put this fork on the workbench. I'd like to add too that only one fork's blown. This seal's fine. But for me personally, you should change both of them. Cause this one probably got a lot of wear on it, cause it hit the other bumps as hard as the other one. And it took a heck of a beating running the watershed. And when I set down after the wheelies, it's gonna compress the heck out of it. This one's compressed all the way down there. So it's had full compression, plus a couple times I trailered it, and that's not good. I got to get a different system. So I always remember to do both forks, just like you do your brakes. Change both sides. It's the same. So let me put this down. We'll do a recap. All right, this is a summary of my forkless Ninja. So this is a lot easier than I thought. All this come apart. I was figuring that I'd have to use some plastic wedges to get the forks to drop, but they eased on out. So it's off to the promotion with the forks to have them rebuilt. And here they are, my little show of battle spree. And that freaking leaky ass fork. Just look at that. I think it should have held up a little bit longer at 8,084 miles. But I could possibly do the forks, but I would probably tear the blanking HEL out of my dang shop. So I decided I'll let somebody else do it. So here we are. Hopefully we'll be riding soon. Got clutches ordered. Spoke to clutches the last time I was at the drag strip. So couldn't ride wheelies, and then I went to ride down there to get some fuel, and the fork was busted. So alright. There's the end. Dang, that sucker looks weird. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Happy Easter.